All right, guys, today we're going to switch it up a little bit. We've been talking about a lot of preventative videos, like what to listen for if your boiler's messing up, your AC's messing up. Today, we're going to take a look at some true fails. These are true HVAC fails. Man, let's take a look at how bad people are treating their system. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, first off, that black iron drip right there, that thing that's right in the middle sticking up, that should be facing down. That's to catch moisture in the gas line. But I guess somebody didn't get the memo there. Oh my goodness, all that twisty turvy line set right there. Yeah, that probably didn't need to be there. And looks like this communication wire didn't make it in that liquid tight right there. That's probably bad that that's exposed. Yeah, what you gonna do, right? Oh my lord. Now, if I if that's what I think it is, that pipe is entirely too small. If that is a sewage line that somebody put together, that is actually like 1 inch, maybe. I doubt it's even 2 inch the way it looks. It's probably 1.5 inch pipe. There's no way that can run sewage. You need 3 to 4 inch pipe for sewage lines. That's kind of what that looks like to me. If not, it's just really bad water coming out of a water tank. Uh, yeah, that might be a drainage line. Indoor coil. Let's see how bad that is. Yeah, you're not getting no airflow in there. Oh man, they got a carpet. Talk about carpet. Look at the outdoor unit. Oh my gosh. What? How on earth was that? Is that just dander from cutting the grass around there? Is that you really getting that much dead skin and animal parts? Insect legs, little bee wings and stuff. Oh my gosh. Look, guys, when you have this, when you restrict airflow or you have low refrigerant levels, you're going to see what it really does. But this is restricting your airflow, which is making your compressor work extremely hard, all right? Way harder than it should. That removes life of the machine. And if you mess up your compressor, it's one of the most expensive parts to repair or replace. So you may as well just get a whole new system if you're going to treat it this bad. Oh my lord. Oh wow. Guys, if you see this, don't do this. Please don't do this. That air conditioner is now going to run 10,000 times better. We got more vents covered in schmutz. If you know what schmutz is, give me some flames in the comments, but you can't get no airflow there. Look at this filter. There we go. And if you want a Marsh Heating and Cooling tip, get the cheap ones. They allow better airflow. Not supposed to hum. A little bit of an airflow problem. Oh my God, talk about an airflow problem. Look at all that dust in there. Looks like freaking fish scale. What the hell is going on in there? That's never been cleaned ever. Oh, there we go. That's what happens when your refrigerant's low or you have restricted airflow. You get lines that freeze up. That line set that, yep, that condenser is frozen up. Let me go here. You got a switch on a compressor. How? What? You got me stumped on that one, guys. I'm stumped. More ice. More ice. Yep. That's that airflow problem. Your compressor's working overtime and it's freezing up. No bueno, guys. You see the ice in there? See it froze up? That's no good. That means it's not getting enough good airflow. The refrigerant levels are messed up. Call Marsh Heating and Cooling. You know what the number is. 814-758-0036. Got another frozen one? Another frozen one. Look at that. No good, guys. No good. You're going to have to get in there and melt that down. Yep, get that quick disconnect out there so we can not have to worry about getting electrocuted for one. Looks like he's going to take some high pressure water to it and see if he can't melt that ice down a little bit, get down to that cooling line. guys. And honestly, this ain't even the worst of it. I did see a little glimpse into the future of this video, and it gets bad, and I'm talking bad. This looks like somebody just jammed the ductwork onto the plenum. This, holy cow! I never seen something like that. And is that the exhaust? Where is that exhaust going to? That's an old set of the trunk line right there. That could be replaced. I bet it's pretty nasty inside. Now it looks like somebody accidentally punctured the coolant line with a screw. And there's your electrical components. Those electrical components are not going to be working good for anyone. You definitely want to keep them in check and keep them clean. You got a mini split, looks like here, and it is blowing out a lot of condensation, it looks like. I don't think it's supposed to do that. A little overworked, maybe. Gone Girl, huh? So that must be a popular book. Who knows? Oh, Lord. Those, my friends, are dead Mickey Mouses. Yes, they are out. And that's your air. That's what you breathe, guys. Look at this. Look at the mold and crap and yuck that is in this filter. Do you want that stuff in your body? My goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, we're getting a good cleaning here. See, now he's getting his outdoor coil chemical sprayed and cleaned. You got to do this kind of stuff at least once a year, folks. That's why Marsh has a special spring tune-up for just $165. You can call in, again, that number, 814-758-0036, and order your spring tune-up. We'll check all the electrical components. We'll check your flywheel. We'll check everything from start to finish, your coolant lines, your refrigerant levels, and everything. So, we're making sure you're getting good airflow. Speaking of airflow, I don't think he's getting too much airflow through that. Guy decided to just leave his own filter on there, I guess. So he didn't know that wasn't supposed to be built on. Uh-oh. Mickey made it into the electrical components. Uh-oh. That's not getting good airflow right there. That probably needs cut back. Woo! Look at those filters. Oh, they're filthy. Get the cheap ones, for real. Ah, yeah, that looks like modern art. I don't know what to call that. Somebody just drops whatever they want in the old ventilation system. That is some interesting ductwork, for the exhaust on the water heater. That is interesting. Oh, and you love those puck fuses, don't you? Wow, that's beautiful. It's like a bag of Skittles. All right. Here's your flywheel. This is what actually circulates the air. This is the part of the machinery that's actually going to be pushing the air up through. So you want to clean and you want to clear debris and dust and yuck and schmutz, just like this person's doing. They're cleaning it out, doing a good job of it. It's going to be nice, open. It's going to allow them to get some real good airflow. There we go. Look at all the crap that comes off that. You wouldn't think that stuff's flying around in the air. But after weeks and months, years even, that stuff builds up and it builds up thick. All right, what we got here? We're looking inside. We're looking at there's your wheel. Disgusting. Next to no airflow coming because it's just catching a crap ton of dust. Look at that. I seen a little gap. In there, and the rest of it is all caked up with dust. Dead skin, dead insect parts. Oh my goodness. And you got to breathe that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Not very fun. Oh boy. All right, we got some fibers wrapped around. I don't know if that's from the filter, spider webbing, dust webbing. Either way, you should not have electrical components that look like that. So definitely, consider that spring tune-up. Is that a filter? Oh my Lord, no, it's a coil. Wow. So yeah, this is a person that is not going to have an air conditioning unit all summer long unless they get that spring tune-up. You definitely need to get that sprayed and cleaned out. It's the life or death of your AC unit. Real talk. Yep. That fan up top isn't going to do much help without the rest. All right, let's pull this filter out. Let's see what this one looks like. Can we get it out? Let's see. Let's see. That's pretty schmutzy. That's pretty funky. I bet they could have replaced that a little bit sooner. It's the wrong size, obviously, so that's not a very good thing. What we got here? Let's take a peek at this filter. Looks like it's the wrong size as well. Well, no, they got the right size maybe, but yeah, looks like they put it in backwards possibly. Oh, there's a flute. That thing is not good anymore. Gonna have to replace that with some good PVC. It's yeah, water heater. Unless I'm mistaken, they got an expansion tank on it, and that's the flute. That gets all the exhaust out. You don't want to breathe that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. What are we looking at in the wall here? We got some pipe that is not going to be circulating air very well. Looks like the whole back end got beat out, chewed out, rusted out. So, yeah, the inside of the wall looks like it could actually get some good ventilation, but unfortunately, probably not much of the house after that is going to be getting much air. Looks like this took a beating as well. You got to update this stuff from time to time, guys. You got to weatherproof it, one or the other. Yep. Time to replace. There's your blower. See here. Okay, furnace. Got the pilot lit. It is blowing heavy. It's blowing hard. Is the blower not kicking on? Oh. Switch is kicking on and off. That could be a motherboard problem. That could be a wiring problem. I see a little bit of brown around these connectors right here. So, yeah, it looks like a bad connection. And the blower just shut off. So, but the fire's still blowing. That's not good. Turn the gas off. And that's trunk line. And that is where their airflow is going. They're not going to be getting any airflow, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what they have a unit for at this point. The heat or cold is going to be escaping from that giant gaping hole in the trunk line. And what do we got here? Let's take a look. Alright, we're in the furnace, it looks like. Look a little iced up, maybe? Furnace. No. Looks a little cold to me, guys. Looks a little frozen to me. Looks like the coil has been doing its thing. Uh-oh. That is a big flame. A bit more than needed, possibly. A little bit of rust on the outside. That's not a good sign. It's wearing down a little bit. Ooh. Blower wheel seems to be a little bit on tilt. It sounds a little noisier than what it should. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Oh, water filter. Disgusting, trifling, nasty, eroded water filter. That's terrible. Yeah, you probably want to replace it before it starts looking like SpongeBob SquarePants. I can't imagine anything ran through him is going to be clean. And there's plenty of dust, debris, hair, spider webbing, dead skin, forever, right? Look at the layers. All right, that's a burnout igniter. That ain't very good. Gotta make sure your igniter's actually in workable order. But that's not gonna work too good. Mm. Hoping that blower kicks on. Wow. So as you can see, there are lots of fails, lots of mishaps, mistakes. Even the professionals get it wrong from time to time. Kind of like whoever touches that thing is going to get electrocuted. Good Lord. Stay away. Man. Yeah, yeah. So right there, guys, when it comes to your home, when it comes to your AC, and when it comes to your heating, any of your HVAC equipment, when it comes to your plumbing and your water, you want to call a pro. All right. So without haste, make sure that if your system is older and it hasn't been checked out in a while, call up Marsh for the spring tune-up. It's only $165. Pay one time, and you can rest assured that the rest of the summer you're going to have a safe system. So, hey, I'm Mr. Therapy. Thanks for watching. Big shout out to the sponsor again, Marsh Heating and Cooling. Give them a call, 814-758-0036, and we will see you on the next one.